Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls.
Well, hello, family. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see everyone again. This is Mom's Pearls, where we discuss life's questions from a biblical point of view, from a biblical perspective. How's that? But I want to let you guys know we have a new flair going this year. We have a Q&A session at the end of every episode. We would like for you guys to stay tuned because who knows, the questions that's answered might be one of yours. I'm here today with my sisters. I have Sister Brenda and Sister Yolanda. We're all moms and we're sisters in Christ. And look, we got a segment going on this week, Black History Month. And see, but they look, it's awesome. It's awesome. The topics of this is, where did Black History Month begin? And how did it get started? How to get started. What does it mean to you? And is it for everyone? What y'all think? What do you think? Sister Brenda, I'm going to pass this on to you. I think you got something for me, sis.
I do. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Welcome, my viewing family. I don't know if y'all know, because I didn't know, and this is a good way to find out. How did Black History Month start? And when I was asked to that, and I was like, oh, wow, I don't know. I just started doing it because we were doing it. Found out some little tidbit on that. It was started by a gentleman named Carter G. Woodson.
Okay.
He was a scholar. He got his education all over the country. He taught all over the world. And he decided that we as a people should be celebrated for what we do, our historical contributions to this country and into the world. And he wanted everybody to know about it, and we should celebrate it. He belonged to the National Historic Society of this country, but yet he paid his dues, but he was not allowed to attend any of the sessions.
Wow.
But they took his money, but they wouldn't let him come to any of the sessions. So from that, he decided to let's start celebrating this on our own. You're not going to talk about it. We're going to do it on our own. And he was able to, in 1915, get the first Black History time done. And it was for a week. It was only for 1 week only. And that went on from 1915 all the way till 1976. When Gerald Ford at the time was president, and he put into law that every February would be Black History Month. And that's how we got where we are now to the whole month. I was like, well, wow, I had no idea. I did not know about Mr. Woodson. And it was really good to learn. I tell you, it's so much that we can learn about us and our people and our heritage. It's amazing. And it's such a blessing that you keep learning stuff. As old as I am learning new things about our people every day. Ladies, it is so, I hope you enjoy getting this information. I know our viewers did, because they probably didn't know like we didn't know. But I want to know from everybody what it means to you, Black History Month. Black History Month to me means taking pride in who I am. Taking pride that I feel blessed that God decided to put me on earth as a Black woman, that I'm part of the strength in the shoulders. You know, us as Black women, we are so strong. And it means so much that every year we learn more and more about who we are, about our people, the history, the things that our people have done. And it's a true blessing. You can't even put it into words. It gets me all emotionally stirred up. How do you feel about it, Shayla?
Man, but it's a chance to see the achievements of our African American ancestors, our people, and to me, it's like to see the struggles our people have overcome, and man, how they made it. They made it through the lows and the highs. They made it, and they're still pressing and pushing. As of today, we're still pressing and pushing, trying to make it even better. They made it good for that generation, the next generation. That's good for us to make it for the next generation.
Hey, power to the people.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
Right. And Carter G. Woodson, he didn't get that into motion until 1915. So all the years prior to that, there was some history going on, and it had to be, the stories were being told and being passed down. But before it became a month, it started as an association, and then it led into Negro History Week. And did you know that it started in February because that was the month Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass were born? So that was their birthday month. So that's why it started in February. That's how February got got Black History Month.
That's awesome.
Okay. Because people always say it's because it's the shortest month of the year. That's why they did that to us.
You know what? I've heard that too. And it does kind of sting and it kind of get you in a place, but that's not the truth of it.
Yes.
Starting here, we're gonna propel forward with the truth. And that was why it was in February, because those two were prominent figures in the Black history movement back then, and their birthdays were in February. So that's why Black people celebrated their birthdays. So that's why Black History Month is in February, not because it's the shortest day of the month. If you out there talking about that, stop it. We're going on.
I won't say that anymore.
So we all should celebrate it. My personal opinion is I think we all should celebrate it. And that it is for everyone, because my personal belief is that Black history is American history, because we Black people helped build this country. So my personal opinion is that it's for everyone. It's not just for Black people. It's for all people.
Amen.
What do you ladies think?
I agree 110%. I mean, everything is going on. For one, we all need to get together and let's do this thing right. But I'm just saying. But yes, I agree. It's for everyone, but not everyone agrees with it.
So true. That is so true. And I agree with that. It is for everybody. It is part of history. And it should be more than just a month. It should be every day. You should always celebrate it. Always have a reason to talk about it. Not just for the month of February. I mean, we don't only live in February. We live 365 days out the year. 52 weeks. So every day, talk about it. Talk about our history. It is worthy to be talked about. We are amazing people, truly blessed. I think it's very, very important. But on that note, we are going to go to the Pearl of the Week. Take it away, Sister Janelle. Yay!
Hi, ladies. Happy Black History Month. Hello to all our viewers. So the Pearl of the Week is about health. When we think of breast cancer, we do not think of men. We automatically assume that it's all about women, but men can get breast cancer too. All right. About 1 out of every 100 breast cancers diagnosed in the United States is found in men. All right. So what are the symptoms? I'm going to list a few here. A lump or swelling in the breast, redness or flaky skin in the breast, irritation or dimpling of the breast skin, nipple discharge, and pulling in of the nipple or pain in the nipple area. So what are some risk factors? Getting older, genetic mutations, family history of breast cancer, radiation and hormone therapy treatment, and liver disease. All right. So what can you do to reduce your risk? All right. So if several members of your family have been diagnosed with breast cancer or ovarian cancer, as well as having the BRCA1 and 2 genes, please, 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 guys, share that information with your doctor. And how can you treat it? For men, it's the same as women, depending on how big the tumor is and how far, it has gone along. So I'm encouraging all my men out there, please, I'm encouraging you, see your doctors. All the ladies you watching, encourage your husbands, encourage your friends, encourage your sons, because it is important. It's not just in women, it's in men too. Thank you, guys.
Wow, that was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for that Pearl of the Week. That was awesome, and that was very informative.
Okay.
Kind of flat-footed me that men get breast cancer.
Yes.
So men, please, like she said, we urge you, don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Go on and get checked.
I had an uncle that had breast cancer. He died 2 years ago. I never knew it. Never knew it.
Wow.
Shocked me. Hello. So it's
So
real.
see, we don't want to wait until it hits home to bring awareness to it. We're bringing it to you now, family. It's already hit home. It hit Sister Shayla. It hit her home. So we're bringing it to you. Go get checked. Don't wait.
Man.
Black History Month. We are in it to win it. Hey, Black History Month. Our Black people are being celebrated. We're getting our history. We're knowing our origin, and we're moving on forward with it. You guys are ready? We're still here? All right. So did you know that there is a theme for Black History Month every single year? If you didn't, every year there is a theme created for Black History Month. And this year's theme is Black Health and Wellness. Just throwing that out there. It's the beginning of the month. So we want to get into our Black health and wellness. There's so much out there now about Black health and wellness, with how we take care of our hair to how we get our feet done. So that is, you ladies look like you hadn't heard about it before.
That's really good. That's a good pearl. I do know about the hair, taking care of the hair.
Yeah, it's
dyes
the
and the
whole
perms.
month is dedicated around Black health and wellness. So you can go online and you can do your research, and you can beef up your Black health and wellness, what you know about it, and move forward with that. Change your diet, maybe learn something new, get healthier, not just a New Year's resolution, but make it a point for your body, for your life, for your health, to make these changes.
And it is so important too, because the other thing with health is we don't have enough doctors who really pay attention to us. As a people, when we go and we tell them we have problems, they don't pay attention. They just sweep it under the rug. We get treated differently. And that is a real big problem on why a lot of us do not go to the doctors.
Ooh, that's a heavy point, sis. That's a heavy point. That's a heavy point.
So true.
Especially with Black women going into labor. It was a big, huge thing. I think it grew last year with, doctors not really thinking that Black women really go through that much pain. We don't really feel that much pain. So when Black women say we're in pain, this hurts, you're like, oh, it can't possibly hurt that bad. So it's dismissed. And that's a heavy topic. And that could be a whole segment on doctors and
it's not a pretty thing.
The African American body, because there were studies done on the African American body, but the medications, most of them weren't created for our bodies.
Exactly. I have a cousin who almost died giving childbirth 5 years ago, and she attributed it to improper care during delivery. Mm-hmm. It was a big thing. She said she knew that she was not getting the proper care.
So do you guys think that we need to encourage our children to go off into those fields?
Absolutely.
I think we should.
Absolutely.
Yes. My cousin, she went, and she's now a Black pediatrician, and she is my own personal Doc McStuffins. I don't call her by her name. I'll call her my Doc McStuffins. And it just touched my heart that she made it through med school. I didn't have the finances to help, but my prayers and my support were with her as she went through it. And it's just representation matters. That's to me, that's what it boils down to, is that representation matters in that area, in all the areas. And we've come a long way these last few years with being out there and being represented. And so our kids can see us Black people out there doing big things for the community and for the world.
That's so true. That is so true. I have a nephew who's a dentist now, and I'm so proud of him. You know, he was only 2 Black, a young lady and himself were in his dental class in New York. That says volumes out of a class of like 110. And so we have to encourage our young ones. We have to encourage them to go into these fields if that is their calling. You know, it's so important because we need that. We truly, truly need that to take care of our own. We have to take care of our own. Nobody else wants to take care of us. We have to do it for ourselves.
And that's one reason why we should make it relevant.
Exactly.
We need to make
Yes,
it for us.
Yes, you jumped the gun. You beat me to it. I was going right there.
Look, we're on the same page.
Yes.
Us to take care of us, as you said before. We need. Oh, thank you, Jesus. And it's happening. It's happening, but probably not as fast as we wanted to. But it's better from 1916. What was it? 1915. It's better now than it was then. So you know, only God knows.
You know, I grew up in New York City in a community in the borough of Queens where it was predominantly Black community. And all the stores, businesses were owned by Black people who lived right in the same community.
Awesome.
Where all of this, I was used to going to the store. Yes, we did have like, you know, some Italians and stuff like that, but mostly we owned our businesses. The store around the corner, he lived across the street from me. I was used to that. I saw how a community thrived, you know, the realtor, the hardware store, the barber. We have to get back to that again. Where we have our communities, where we have our businesses, where we, you know, are there for each other. We have to get back to that thriving community. That's something that we need to pray on. We need to work on. We need to encourage our young people. Yes, be entrepreneurs. Open up these businesses in our communities. Build us up. Be there for each other. Let us circulate our money amongst each other like it was done when I was growing up. It was an amazing thing. And as I got older and I saw it die out away, I truly missed it. I was like, wow, what a change. And I think it does a disservice to this younger generation because they don't know about that. They don't experience that.
Right. Exactly. My neighborhood was completely opposite. All the stores, gas stations, everything was Arabic. They were Arabic from the Middle East. There were no Black stores unless you went to the one penny candy / ice cream / pickle shop. That was where you were going to see the Black family running the store, but they were all outside of us. There were none of us in charge of the stores in our neighborhood. So, Sister Brenda, you made a good point on how we make it relevant is to take hold and to become entrepreneurs. But you got to have money and you got to have support. So, in order to build that foundation, to have the money and to have that support, we have to work together, and we cannot go around being in competition with one another. Oh, well,
True.
And that is the opposite of loving your neighbor. That's the opposite of loving each other as Christ has loved us, which
That's true.
is, you know, the greatest commandment in the Bible.
Yes, because you're not loving God when you do that. If you don't love your neighbor, then you don't love God. You know, we have to be there for one another and bear those burdens and lift each other up. You know, That's what it's all about. That's what we're saying to you viewing family. We have to be there for one another. If we don't do this together, it will not happen. It will crumble.
In
Yes.
other words, y'all, we need your support. We need each other's support in everything that we do to make this thing work. I'm just saying. We look, I'll run to the mall in a minute. Everybody know that. But see, if I see a black business, I'm gonna shoot past there too. I'm going there as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go there first. Because I want to spend my money with my people. And
that's right.
Love to see them flourish because when they flourish, they're gonna help somebody else to help them. Come on now.
We got to celebrate. We have to celebrate each other.
We need to do this as a people. I'm just saying.
I agree. I so agree. Support those small Black businesses. And listen, when we support the small Black business, that doesn't mean we don't like the other races, that we're against the other races. That's not what it's about. It's about us uplifting our own people. We've had enough of being put down, and now it's time for us to stand up and show support. Like the other cultures support their own, it's time for us to support our own. We've been against one another for so long. It's time to come together, show that love by supporting those businesses. And when they need the help, let's go in and do it. That's how we're helping them. That's how we're building the Black community, is supporting our community, looking for the sister who's making shirts, who that money is going to help send her kids to school or whatever, buy groceries, instead of the huge corporations who don't really need our little pennies, but we support these small businesses. Let's support the small businesses and then branch out from there. That's my personal opinion on how we can help support our community. It's like that.
I agree. Oh my goodness, I agree. Y'all know I like to spend some coins. I'm just saying.
That's right.
Spend them. I'm serious. If you can go and spend $150 on a pair of this man's shoes, and our people has the same shoes over there, $150, process of elimination for me. I'm going over here to my brother to give him that $150 because that's going to help him grow. I just support our Black people. I do.
We do. We have to celebrate each other. We have to celebrate each other. I just bought this past year 2 new tote bags from Black entrepreneurs coming out. I could have went to Coach. I could have went to Gucci. I could have went to all of those people who are rich. What do they need? No, but I want to support our people. If we don't support each other, where's the encouragement? Where are we going to go? How are we going to build? It's not going to happen. And how are we going to have this legacy to show the next generations? I want to show my grandkids, you can be and do whatever you want. You don't have to do that 9 to 5. We have to celebrate ourselves. We have to lift each other up. You don't have to go for a corporation. If it's in your heart and that's what your talent is, and you've been blessed with to go out there and start your own business, by all means, I will support. I'm just buying stuff just because I don't necessarily use it or want it, but hey, it looks nice. I could probably give it to somebody else, but it's a young Black entrepreneur trying to make a start. And that means so much to me. To go back to how it was when I was growing up, that means a lot. I want that for the next upcoming generations.
And you know what that spoke to me while you were talking, sis, is that we can do also something else, which doesn't even require anything coming out of our pocket. We can just speak a kind word, speak out of love. When you see somebody passing by, say hello, compliment something that they're wearing, compliment their smile, their hair, their shoes.
Absolutely.
Because that is also uplifting. That is also encouraging to the community, is to speak life into them, speak light. Just throw a smile. I mean, I know we're wearing masks, but you can pull it down, give them a quick smile or something, a wave, a head nod, just acknowledge. Sometimes that will go further than you would even ever expect or imagine.
Absolutely.
But I have a question with that, follow-up question. How do we involve other cultures in our history? So do we just want it to remain here with us, or do we want other cultures to celebrate? And do we celebrate other cultures as well?
I think we need to invite other cultures into us because look, we've been doing other cultures for years. We've been doing things with other people for years. So let's invite them over here. Let's come to the service with me. Let's go shopping. And I'm gonna take them to the Black Wall Street. And the Black Wall Street is here. I'm gonna take them in there. But I'm just saying, We can invite them, neighbors, co-workers. Come on, let's do something. Let's do something just a little different out of your area. It's gonna be new. I mean, it's gonna be the same to me, but I would love to invite them to any and everything that has to do with our culture.
I like
at that time.
Yeah,
like
if they're
that.
open to it, I think it's a great idea. If they are open to it, and
Right.
come with an open mind, not narrow-minded or negativity. Just with positivity and love, and it can work. I love learning about other cultures. Hey, come share. I'm gonna share mine with you. What do you think, viewers? Y'all viewing family? How do you think? What do you think? Leave us some comments and let us know your opinions on what we're talking about today. And also, if you have an idea, we are always willing to learn.
Come on, that's real talk. Now, ladies. Okay, now we have our Q&A. I have the question for this one. You ready? Now, viewers, I want you to listen to this question. We're going to answer it next week. Next Tuesday, this question will be answered. And I want you to drop your answers down here in the comment boxes, but I want you to stay tuned and come back to see if you got the right answer, okay? It says, in most Black congregations, New Year's Eve is known as Watch Night. This is in recognition of, one, the slaves having to watch the doors of the church during services to ensure their masters wouldn't interrupt service. That's one. Two, the night when the Emancipation Proclamation was made law and all of the slaves were free. Three, slaves leaving their watches at home so they could not worship without restraint. So they could worship without restraint. And four, watch night is just another name for New Year's Eve that Black churches use.
We'll make up a name for something.
Let this marinate. Tuesday, baby, so you can get the answer to this, okay?
Oh, man.
We also look, any questions that you would have, I mean, anything that had to do with the segment, please leave us some questions down here and we will answer regardless. But we have a question of the week. That's what you just had. You're getting a taste of it. But does anybody know what Watch Night service is?
You asking
You
us?
want us to answer the question?
No, I'm asking. Does our viewing family know what Watch Night service is?
Okay.
Oh.
What it is that when we actually go into the church on that New Year's Eve, and we're going in there, we're praying and we're thanking God for the past year so that we can step over into the new year with Him. We're going in with Him, sitting right there at the church. We're going to bring in the new year with the Lord. And so watch night, we're watching the old go out and watching the new come in. That's all it is. And I'm just thanking Him for that. You get what I'm saying? I said thanking you, but thanking Him for that. But ladies, here, family, look, I had a good time with you guys. I had a great time. I hope everyone got something out of this Black History Month. I did. Learn something new every day. But, excuse me, we're asking that everybody come back next week. We're thankful, we're grateful for everyone. And what I want to say is, listen, we're going to come back with a part 2 of the Black History Month. We're coming back because we ain't finished. We got too much to tell y'all, and we want y'all to tell us something because we don't know everything. We need y'all to send us some questions so we can find out some things too, okay? Now, the thing is with this, I want you to remember, should we share this month? These are 3 things that we need to do for our people. We need to share our Black history heritage with our children and be proud of it. We need to be proud of our Black history, period. I mean, y'all, we're just that good. We're good people and very spiritual people. And it's important to me. So I would like for my children to understand how important it is to me. You tell your kids, if this is really something that's on your heart, you tell your kids how you feel and tell them the importance it is for it to have their heritage, their legacy, so that they would know it.
Yes.
I'm just saying. I love you guys. I hope to see everybody next Tuesday with Mom's Pearls, where we answer life's questions with a biblical perspective. Enjoy, ladies. Have a blessing, family.
Bye.